Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Paula and today we will be putting together my 2026 budgeting materials. I thought I'd go ahead and do this on camera for you guys instead of just keeping it away so that we can take this moment to kind of do like a chit chat, get to know you, get to know me. Just because I have a lot of new friends on here and you guys have no idea where I started from, you know what I mean? I've been cash budgeting for almost 2 years, kind of off and on, just because of things that have been happening in my life. But for all the new babies out there, the new girlies, new friends, I'd like to just kind of have a little sit down so that you guys know the whole picture, the whole story, now that we are here and moving into this new year, moving into this new season. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. I did grab a couple of more items off of Amazon. We're just gonna go ahead and put together my budgeting materials, just talk a little bit, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is I think I want to organize my materials by like binder and how we're going to put it together. So let's do that first. I also want to kind of do a quick rundown on like who I am like here today, just like something super quick, basically the same thing that I start all of my videos with. So my name is Paula. I'm 24 years old. I am a single mom. I have one daughter and I am a new grad ICU nurse in a level 2 trauma hospital. I live in Florida. We are going to be moving soon to a whole new place, so we will get into that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and open up some of the things that we got. So you know, we got our Happy Meal from last week, which is basically all of our new materials, so we'll kind of just put that together first. So this is going to be like my new wallet, and then I have the envelopes for this. We'll put this right here for now. Next, these are just like little things that they put in the package, but then we also have this set right here, kind of my household. I think we'll just kind of throw those in there. Do that like that. All our little treats and whatnot from our Happy Meal. Got a little, hopefully that sits nicely. Then we have some more envelopes right here, a little ribbon. But yes, let me know how you guys are doing down below. I'd also want to know you guys' story. Where did y'all start? What's going on now? How are you guys progressing in your goals, financial dreams, and all of that stuff? I'd love to hear it down below. I feel like a little bit of housekeeping before we completely go ahead and get started, because I feel like it's going to be a long video, girl. And y'all know I'm very much so ADD in the brain, so y'all know I like to jump around. I'm going to try and keep this as streamlined as possible for us so that you know, we can kind of just get the full story in chronological type order, right? So first, housekeeping things. So everything that I have here will be listed down below if you want to go ahead and get it for yourself. If you want us to twin budget-wise, go ahead and grab those. Also, I do make some digital budgeting materials if you've seen my videos before. If you like any of them, check out my link below. Everything in my description box is pretty straightforward. So I have my Gumroad link down below. If you guys want to go, there are some freebies and then some things for purchase. Thank you so much to anybody who has gotten a freebie and paid some, you know, small thing toward it. I appreciate it, especially when those items are free. And thank you to anybody who has bought a full paid version of any of my materials. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Sorry, y'all. I had to walk up the stairs twice. I'm a little out of breath. Okay. Lastly, I will say I do have an affiliate link with Cook Unity, which is a food subscription. The link is down below. I believe you get like maybe $50 off and a couple of months with discounted rates. I absolutely love it for those girls that maybe just don't have time to meal prep, or your ADHD, ADD in the brain, you can't eat the same stuff every single day. It's a really good alternative. I do about 16 meals every month and a half. I deep freeze them and it costs me about $200. So I feel like eating out wise, I think that's maybe like $9 a plate. So yeah, and then I only do it like a month, like every month and a half. It's really good after I get off of work. Don't feel like cooking anything, but I'm hungry, something healthy. It's there for me. So that is that. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. I think that's all of my housekeeping things. Like I said, anything that I use will be linked below, so have at it. Let's go ahead and open up some things that I just purchased off Amazon just to really make my cash budgeting experience fun, cutesy, exciting, and just kind of romanticize my vibe. I really want it to be cute and aesthetic. I see some of the other girlies, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so adorable. And I feel like it's gonna help keep me motivated, and it's kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say eye candy, but eye candy for y'all, okay? A lot of y'all are like, oh, I really love your aesthetic, your setup. So thank you so much to you guys who are doing that. Leaving me comments down below and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna keep on with the same vibes. So let's go ahead, get this Amazon package over here. It looks big, but it's really not that big. Let me see what I have. So we'll just take them out. I'm gonna put this aside for now so I can tell y'all the story. We have this. We have this here. Okay. All right, that's all my things. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of get some things situated. So we have some stickers. I'm gonna let you guys know what I do with that in a moment. I also have some really cutesy little charms. I see the girlies with charms. I'm like, that's super freaking cute. I want some. So I got me some charms. I should say us, because we be in this together, babe. So, and then I got me some A6 papers. We will see. I'm gonna try and do a little DIY. Y'all know I'm not a DIY girly, but we're gonna try a little something, okay? Anyways, we have some more stickers here. And then we have just some clear binders, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and return, because I went and I looked in my storage. Well, not my storage, in my garage. I looked in my garage and I found some budgeting materials that I had used previously as I was looking for the paper slicer, because y'all know I have some envelopes that are a little too like tall to fit in here. And I feel like if I cut them down almost by like, take about a 1/4 inch off. Let me show y'all. Y'all know these. I can probably pretty closely get to the top of this and it still look really cute. Just cut it down and then they will fit like perfect. They will fit like magic in here if I'm able to do that. I can't find it right now, so I don't think we're gonna get to that today, but that's okay. But I went in there and I was looking for the paper slicer and I found my oldie but goodie binders, and I was like, oh no, I think I want to use these instead because they're so cute. Y'all know, if you're from back in the day, like 2 years ago, I used to use this for, I don't even know what it was, to be honest, but I just think it's so cute. So I'm gonna bring this one back. And then we already had some clear ones down there, so I was like, girl, this clear one is cuter. She looks a little bit more vintage with the scuffing, like she's cute. So I'm like, no, I think I want to use this instead, especially because it has sparkles on it. Like, what? Yeah, no, it's sparkles. So we're gonna do that. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to keep these over here or what? Let me go ahead and open up this last package so y'all can see what it is. All right, so these are, let me show y'all. So these are like fluted dashboards. These were supposed to be like one of those little binders that you get. And you can put them together as like an A6 binder, but I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to use it as a dashboard and create my own like DIY dashboard. So we're going to try and do that today. Hopefully it turns out really well. That's exactly why I got the stickers. So I think I'm going to kind of like organize these how I want them. So we're going to put these over here. I feel like we're going to do the hard stuff last, just because I don't want my mind to escape me. So let's do this. We're gonna try and make 2 different types of dashboards, and then we will put these away somewhere. I'm just gonna have it like just off to the side a little bit, just so I can kind of see what we are working with and what we will be doing. So let me figure out what I want to do first. This binder is set up. Can't really do this yet until I get my paper slicer. So I'm like, I really could just do the dashboards, but I think we can do the dashboards last. Let's just go ahead and get the envelopes where I want them and just kind of start mocking up what the binders are gonna look like. So we can start with this pink one. This pink one I'm gonna use for a Nora and I's binder. You guys know I got these super duper cute envelopes from Daisy Budgets here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and open these up and just get them in here for now. And then again, we will work on it. So this one's gonna have a dashboard. I was originally gonna put this in a clear binder, but now that I found this adorable like pink zebra print holographic binder, like we're just gonna use this. Like what? I'm also gonna kind of move this stuff a little bit just so we have more in frame because I'm a little far down. I don't want the whole video to be looking crazy. Let's fix this now. So, okay, let's go ahead and open this up and put these in here. And then again, we'll have some sense of the binders and where everything's going and how we're gonna do this. Okay. Okay, pause. This is the front. Yeah, that's how I do them. Okay, so we have Essentials Plus. We have Spa, Closet Finds, Simple Joys, Family Voyage, Health Fund, and then regular essentials. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna give this to one of you guys when I do another giveaway. So we're gonna just put that back for now and save this for later. And I don't think these are in particular order right now, but I don't really think it matters. You know, we have Spa, we have Closet, that could probably go a little bit further back. Simple Joys, Family Voyage can go further back, Health Fund. Okay, I think that's kind of how I want to do that. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and throw these in here. This is just like a Nora and I's kind of like sinking fun moment, short term and some long terms, just kind of organized by like life category, I feel like. So this is what a Nora and I are doing, not like weekly expenses, kind of, I think is where I'm going with that. So anyways, this is the binder for now. And then I do want to put one of these charms in here. I was trying to figure out which charm I want here because I'm putting one over here as well. So I think in order to not mess up like the match moment, I feel like this is trying to match a little too much. So I think I'll put this over here and then kind of put the white one over there to kind of keep that like aesthetic and beige out. So yeah, these are just from Amazon. I thought these were pretty cute, so we're just gonna make these for this. So we'll put that over there. I don't even know how you girls do it. I'm just gonna clip this somewhere and we're gonna be happy with it for now. So let's go ahead and let me see where I can put it. I think you just clip it to the top, right? Like that's what we're gonna do. I don't think there's really anywhere else that I can clip it, so we're just gonna keep it cutesy. I think this needs to come off because this is pointless, but I'll do this later. I don't need to struggle with my nails on it right now. And then also this one's super, super cute. It should fit. Sorry, y'all. I don't want to mess up my nails too much. Okay, instead of trying to get it around the big binder one, I think I'm gonna just hook it to, I really don't want to do that though. I want to hook it here. It like, okay, it fit perfect. All right, so we're just gonna leave this like it is right now. I think we'll spruce it up once we get our little dashboard in here and it'll be really cute, but as of right now, I think we're good with how that looks right now. So I'm just gonna put this over here, and then let's go ahead and throw these in here. This is just kind of a money bag, so this can kind of go over here because she's not gonna have anything in particular going on. And then we will throw these in here. So I don't know, I feel like the rose gold is kind of off just a little bit, but does it matter that much, or does it matter? Like, does it matter? Or does it matter? Like, should I use a silver one? I prefer to return this, but this was like $10, so I can really just use it for a different reason later on. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it should be more of just like aesthetic and simple, or use this one? I feel like this one does not really go. We'll put that one away for now. We'll use one of these. Because I feel like it'll just blend a little bit better. Even though it's not as shiny and cutesy, this binder is kind of just more of an aesthetic vibe anyways. So let me try and get her open. And then we will throw these in here, and I guess I will start chatting it up with you guys. So let's try and start from the beginning. Like I said, I've already kind of gave you guys the rundown on who I am right here, right now. So let's kind of start from the beginning 2 years ago when I first started cash budgeting, as we start putting this together and then creating our dashboards. So first things first, again, like I said, I started cash budgeting like 2 years ago. Very off and on. I believe, I was about to say I was still in school. Yeah, I've been in school this entire time. Y'all know that. But no, I don't think I was in school to start. I think I was about to become a CRNA, Lord bless it, a CNA, which is just a certified nursing assistant. I knew by this point 2 years ago, I was pregnant with Honora. Like, I think 3 or 4 months pregnant with her when I first started my channel. She was the whole reason why I started my channel, because I was like, for one, I need to get my finances together because I'm about to have a child, and two, I was like, okay, I want to bring it to YouTube because I don't really see a whole lot of people that have a similar situation to me, which is like single momming it, also like nursing. There are a couple of nurses on here, but you guys know what I mean, like nurses, just like my specific, like who I am as a person. Like not too many people like me, exactly, obviously. But I was like, let me just see if I can bring like my vibe and who I am to YouTube, because I really only have like one best friend. I don't have a whole bunch of best friends and a whole bunch of stuff going on with me personally. So I was like, maybe we can make some friends over the internet, share my journey, show people that, you know, at some point you're gonna get to it, because I knew that I wanted to be a nurse. So I was like, girl, one of these days I'm gonna have some damn money, okay? Just, it wasn't happening right then and there. But I was like, one of these days I am gonna be out of debt. One of these days I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. I'll be able to buy me a car at some point. And yeah, it's been 2 years, but at the same time, like I said, I've been in school a lot. So I don't really, what in the world? I don't really fault myself for, I'm not really rushing to do these things, because doing cash budgeting made me realize that impulsiveness that I used to have, I'm so sorry, let me get this figured out. Because I'm like, it's just going to make all this noise while I'm trying to pluck. And that's not going to work. An indestructible sticker, like why did we need that? Why did we need that? For what reason? Oh, this one has a little pearl as well. Oh, a pearl and a cutesy little heart. Oh, I know that's right. Period. Yes, I love this. They all have these little like keychain holders. So I think at some point I'm just gonna do away with that. So why? Because anyways. And I could have opened the other one and just put it on there too. LOL. Okay, y'all probably already saw that. Was like, girl, what are you doing? So anyways, this is how we're gonna set this up for now, and then we're gonna get to creating our dashboards just to really round us out. I think it's gonna be super cute. So let's just throw this here. I think we're already looking pretty cute, right? All right, so moving along, let's get our dashboard stuff really quick, and then we can continue our chat. We have stickers, we have paper, we have more stickers, and then we have our actual fluted dashboard piece, just because I want like a cute little effect. So did y'all like the brown there? Can y'all even see this? We'll leave it there just for whatever. So we have two different types of stickers. Obviously these super cutesy pink ones are for a Noranized binder, and then the white one is for this one, just because I'm like, I don't, at some point I feel like I plan to just like have my cash on hand. So I don't want it to give, oh, there's money in there, like as soon as you look at it. Not that anybody's looking at it, but you know what I mean. Just for my own peace of mind. And then we have these ones, which are supposed to be kind of more of like the white, beige, cutesy girly, clean girl aesthetic. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do this one first, just because I feel like the one for a Noranized binder is not completely necessary anymore now that I found what I was looking for. So I guess we're just gonna use one sheet. And do I have a stapler? I low-key want to use a couple of sheets just so it's thick. And I'm not using this paper for any other reason. Like, I like this thickness right here, so I feel like I want to staple this. I should have a stapler up here. Let me see. Perfect. My mom has literally everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna staple this. Don't mind it looking absolutely insane for a moment. I'll probably put it low. No staples. I'll put it lower so that I can probably cover it with, so we'll do that one, and then we'll get another one so that I can cover it with stickers. I'm like, yeah, no, it should be kind of thick just because it's not like going in anything. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry, we are very much so winging this DIY moment here. Y'all know I'm not really one of those creative girls. So, all right, so we'll save this one for the next one, and then we'll start with this one now. We'll just take our stickers out, and we're just gonna collage this, like, simple as that. We'll collage it, wrap them around the sides, like, okay. So yeah, we have lots of cute little aesthetic stickers. We'll throw this over here for now just so I can see what I'm working with. Got like a candle. Why is this not turning? We got all types of stuff. This probably will not get used because it's kind of just darker. So yeah, anyways, that is kind of like why I started, was like, I need to get my stuff together. I'm having a baby. I don't want to be, you know, that generational cycle. We don't need that to continue. Always renting, always in debt, never seeing the light at the end of the tunnel financially. And I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. I had been watching cash stuffing and cash budgeting since like 2020, 2019. But never made a video because I don't know. I just wasn't into like doing it myself. That's kind of cute. I don't know. We'll see. Probably won't use that one. But yeah, just kind of trying to figure out how I want to go about things. But I was like, I didn't want to do it then. But I was like, once I'm now pregnant and having a baby, let's get some things figured out. So I think it was around 2022. Yeah, because Honora was born in 2023. Sorry, no, 2020, end of 2022. She was supposed to be born in 2023. So she was born the end of 2022. So I started a couple months before that, like mid that year. So I didn't have much money, wasn't making much money. I was about to start CNA like training. It was like a 3-week course. And then you can go be a nursing assistant. Not really this one. All right, y'all, so we're just gonna try, like, don't mind me if this turns out to be super hideous. We're not even gonna go there. But we're gonna try and make something cute. And then I'm talking too, so it's like I can't really focus on like the placement because I'm trying to focus on other things. So put that over there. That's a no. All right, so let's just go with the flow. I feel like this is really pinky, right? A little too pinky for the aesthetic. I like a couple of brown ones in here. I think that's cute. Let's put the browns together so that we know that's a darker vibe. Kind of put those tone. Okie dokie. So yeah, so that's why I started in the first place. When I was a CNA, like training and then actually working as a CNA, still wasn't making that much money, but I was able to kind of afford to save, put some money towards debt and money towards my daughter's daycare. My car was already paid off. So that's just kind of how we were living at that point. And I wanted some hospital experience so that when I looked to go work as a nurse, nobody was like, oh, you're fresh, like not really what we're looking for. Because y'all know, like they say it's easy to find a job as a nurse, but it's easier to find a job as a nurse when you are an experienced nurse. So we're just gonna start throwing some on here. So yes, that is kind of how I was thinking about things. Hold on, let me literally make sure that this is a sticker because this does not want to come off. Here we go. All right, there we go. She can live like that. Should I curve it around? Why not? I'm like, did I just ruin that? I don't really care. It's a candle. It's a sticker, you know? So yeah, so that's kind of where it all began and why I wanted to do cash budgeting. I was like, let me bring my experience. Maybe I can find more people that are similar to me, have similar situations, or even just inspire others to, you know, finally do what they need to do money-wise and stop playing games. So I was like, you know, my struggle that y'all see, you know, maybe other people are like, girl, I'm in the same boat with you, or let's all encourage each other. Just kind of build a sense of community to encourage one another to achieve your financial dreams, basically. So yeah, so that's kind of the main things. So I think I was cash stuffing for maybe about 2 or 3 months. And then I went in for my glucose check and they were like, hey, there is protein in your urine. You need to go to the hospital. Like, you need to actually go to the hospital. There's actually a hospital like a few steps away from this building because, you know, some doctor's offices are in like hospital parks. And so that's kind of how it was, like a hospital and then some suites. So they're like, yeah, so we're going to triage you. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if these are like upside down. I cannot tell if this is the top or the bottom. I think this looks like the top. But yeah, so we're going to triage you. You need to go immediately because this can turn into something really bad, really, really fast. And I had no idea what the hell she was talking about. I was like, girl, what are you even talking about? When I, like, am I gonna have to redo this glucose test? Because I think I had already drank the liquid, or I don't even know, but I was focused on the glucose test and how nasty the drink was gonna be. And she was like, I don't really, I mean, like, if you want to do the glucose test, you can do it. But little did I know, she was basically trying to tell me, girl, you're gonna go to the hospital and, yeah, you're 6 months pregnant, but like, you're gonna have to have this baby soon, which is insane because at 6 months, babies are like size of grapefruits, literally. So I was just not understanding the grasp of what she was talking about. I was like, girl, I want to go film my cash budgeting video. I want to go home. Like, what are you even talking about right now? And she was like, I'm not really too concerned about this glucose test. You have protein in your urine and you need to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and I was triaged. Okay, y'all know I'm struggling with that one. I was triaged, and let's do, oh, we got another brown one. Let's do some strategic brown ones as well. So yeah, I went to the hospital, I was triaged, and then the lady comes back. The doctor who I saw that day came to the hospital because it was, you know, a few steps away. And she was like, yeah, the possibility of you having your baby in the next couple of days is very, very high. Mind you guys, I think I'm like 26 weeks pregnant. Baby is the size of a grapefruit. Like, I don't even look pregnant yet, like that. And she was like, yeah, like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but like, you have protein in your urine. That's indicative of preeclampsia. Like, that can turn into a nasty situation really, really fast. Your blood pressure is high. It hasn't been high before, like, your last couple of appointments. Mind you guys, I found out or figured out that I had a autoinflammatory disease disorder when I was pregnant that I didn't know about. I was getting like boils under my armpits, under my boobs, and they just hurt like crazy. Turned out I had HS, which is like hidradenitis suppurativa, something like that. This is so cute. I almost don't want to cover it. I should put it on top. I'm really bad at making collages. I'm like, this is like an A-types collage. Anyways, so yeah. Damn, what was I saying? So basically, I'm in the hospital. They're telling me I have preeclampsia, basically. Oh yeah, my autoimmune thing. So hidradenitis suppurativa is where your body is almost too good at defending itself. So any little cut or scrape that like somebody else's body would not care about, my body is gonna wall up, inflame. It's gonna just do the whole nine, even if it's like a micro scrape. It like, dude, it doesn't like it. So I had this massive boil under my boob, actually on the side of my boob, that I had to get, not surgically removed, but I had a procedure done, a lance and drain, at a cancer hospital, because they're like, this one's in your boob, let's make sure it's not cancer, go to this breast center in town, let's make sure it's not cancer, and then we'll figure out what we want to do after that. So this is before I was hospitalized. This was the first time I kind of figured out I have this weird situation with my body that's super annoying. And so I did that. It was not cancer. It was hidradenitis suppurativa. It's like a mass, a lump, that an abscess essentially develops because your body's doing too damn much, essentially. So, oh yeah, that's cute. Can't see the moon anymore. So yeah, with that being said, this is actually turning out to be kind of cute. Y'all think so? So anyways, got that procedure done. That one didn't hurt, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Like, if I need to do this again, I'll just go to this cancer center. They know what I have. They know me. So they can do the procedure, right? So I was like, that one doesn't hurt. It didn't hurt. So I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up getting another boil under my armpit. Literally could not put my arm down. It hurt so bad. So I called that place and I was like, I need to get rid of this thing. It hurts so bad. Like, I don't know what to do. And they're like, okay, we can come in, we can see you. That was the most pain I have ever been in. And mind you, I had a C-section with my daughter. He lanced and drained it. I was screaming, crying, sweating. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I literally cried to my mom on the way home. I cried walking out of the facility to the point where this woman and her daughter hugged me. And I felt so bad because I was like, we're in a cancer center. Like, these people have cancer and I'm over here crying about not cancer, you know what I mean? But it just hurt so bad, and I was pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant, so I'm like, dude, I'm in pain. I could not hold back my tears. I had to cry. So I cried. They hugged me. I felt so bad. I cried on the phone to my mom on the way home. It felt better though. I was supposed to have my glucose test like a day after that, and I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm in too much pain to, like, I just want to recover from this. So eventually I go to my glucose test. That's when they tell me that I had protein in my urine. I suspect that that procedure threw my body into shock. Mind you, you can't be under any anesthesia. That doctor was like, oh, I should have, not I should have, but I would have, like, if you weren't pregnant, I would put you on under anesthesia to get this done. But I couldn't. I could only have lidocaine because I'm pregnant, right? You don't want nothing to happen to the baby. So it was what it was. And yeah, it hurt like hell. And it just was a horrible experience. So again, they told me I had protein in my urine. I think that put my body in shock. Like before that, I was fine. I think I was having some like acid reflux, but I was like, who's not having acid reflux when they're pregnant? You know what I mean? So I just chalked it up to that. But no, we had high blood pressure and we had protein in my urine. So after that, I'm in the hospital. I'm in the hospital for a week. They're trying to do close monitoring. They're like, okay, cool. If your urine comes back and it has like under this amount, I think it was like under maybe like 1,000 or under like 5,000, then hopefully like labetal, like a PO, like a by mouth blood pressure medicine will work. We can keep your blood pressure manageable. Because y'all know if you have too high blood pressure, that ruins your placenta. It also ruins your body. You know what I mean? Like it ruins your veins and stuff. So with that being said, hold on, I'm trying to figure out the next one that I want to do. So yeah, with that being said, I feel like this is turning out to be cute. I don't know, y'all. I think it's cute. So with that being said, I'm sitting in the hospital again. I'm like, when am I going to be able to go home? Mind you, I'm also in my my second to last semester in school trying to get my prereqs for nursing, because I was like, I'm going to nursing school after I have my child. I just need to get done with my first degree so that I can, you know, have something walking out of here with $30,000 of student loans. And then we'll just use that as like the beginning of my ABSN, like, you know, get an ABSN, not get a whole different degree. So I'm in school still. I have a test due soon, like all of these things. And again, they're like, you can go home if your stats come back a certain way. They're giving me IV blood pressure medicine, all of this, all of that. It's not working. Blood pressure is actually getting higher. They're like, do you have, you know, headaches? Do you have blurry vision? All of that stuff. I have a high pain tolerance, so, and I don't get headaches on the usual. So I was like, no, I'm not having any of these other problems that y'all are talking about, but they're still scared because my blood pressure is climbing. And turns out protein is still being had in my urine. I did the little urine study that they do where it's like, we want a liter of your urine or 24 hours of your urine, drink water. I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to dilute the hell out of this protein. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. They come back and they're like, oh yeah, no, you have to stay in the hospital because instead of your protein going down and your blood pressure getting better, the highest we really deal with here at this hospital, like you really don't want to be over, I think like maybe 10,000 of like protein in your urine. Yeah, I think it was 10,000 of protein in your urine. Then we can probably send you home on blood pressure medication. Easy work. Yeah, why did she come to me talking about some, yeah, so you have 19,000 something something so and what in your urine, and yeah, we're gonna have to transfer you to a higher capable facility so that when you have your baby, she doesn't have to be life flighted to a different facility while you're still here recovering from whatever, if you have a C-section or if you actually try to give birth. So I had double the amount of like okay urine, protein in your urine, and they were scared out of their minds for me. I didn't know what was going on. I was still like, bro, like, can I use this counter back here to cash stuff? Can y'all go get me like my camera? Like, let's like, I'm trying to make my videos. I'm trying to talk to my people. And they're like, girl, like, I don't think you're understanding what the words that are coming out of my mouth. But I'm not a healthcare professional. I did not understand. I was like, girl, I'm not even a CNA yet. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here. I don't know, and I honestly don't even care. Like, okay, I think that'll be cute right there, right? Yeah. So yeah, so I was like, okay, that's actually insane. So yeah, basically, not even long story short, I just, so that y'all kind of understand what I wasn't understanding, preeclampsia is like kind of okay. Like if you can control it and manage it, that's like high blood pressure, protein in your urine. Like that's not good, but like baby's gonna be okay. If you let that go on without being treated, you will have eclampsia, which is your blood pressure's in the 200s. Your placenta is probably toast and the baby is just probably not getting what they need. And then that will, after you have your baby, probably turn into HELP syndrome, which is where your blood doesn't clot, and you can die. So I think that that's why they were so worried for me, and I didn't understand, because I learned that in nursing school. I learned that preeclampsia turns into eclampsia, which is really bad. And with preeclampsia and eclampsia, obviously in health, like women's health, I learned I have a, think twice as, I'm 2 times more likely to have a cardiac arrest or any like major heart issues by the time I'm 50 than somebody who doesn't have any of those, who didn't have any of those issues, right? And it's just from having my baby, you know what I mean? So it's like all of those factors I was not understanding. I think this looks pretty cute though, especially with that fluted thing in front of it. Oh, this is gonna be fire. Let me see, either another candle or something like round. I hate to put this big mug up here and it's just like not even doing anything, you know? I wonder if I can turn this like so. Yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, I just wasn't understanding the situation. I just knew I did not want to have my baby while she was the size of a grapefruit. I didn't like the idea of that. So anyways, we continue on. I'm still at the hospital. My numbers are getting worse. Like, yeah, labs are horrible. So they transfer me to the higher capacity facility. People are coming in my room talking about some, yeah, so we have a level 4 NICU right attached to us. You're going to be just fine. Baby's going to be just fine. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what is a NICU? Like, what are we even, like, yeah, so when you have your baby, probably like tomorrow. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I'm not having this baby tomorrow. Like, what are you talking about? So any whoosies. So, you know, people from the NICU are coming and talking to me. Like, your baby's gonna be fine. But we're gonna get you on a mag drip. So magnesium helps you not have seizures, basically. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell. Yeah, so preeclampsia, if your blood pressure is that high in general, like, you are at risk for seizures and hemorrhage as well. So hemorrhage is like a bleed, most likely in your brain. So basically, like, you could have a stroke. You know what I mean? So it's just like all of these different things that I just had no idea about, and you just don't understand the seriousness of it, because it's like, oh, I'm just pregnant. So many people are pregnant. Like, so many people have babies. Like, what's up? Yeah, no, you can die. Okay, you can, and people do die all the time from childbirth. So just, you know, understand that. So yeah, so that was that. And it was like, okay, let's put you on this magnesium drip so that you don't have a seizure, you don't stroke out, like you don't, you know, these other things. So for me, it was just kind of like, all right, like, sure. So it was awful. It was a terrible experience. It was, you know, it was just what it was, you know. They're telling me you're gonna have this baby. I made it to 27 weeks, thank God. They said, you know, every day counts. So as long as we can keep this baby in your body, we're gonna keep your baby in your body. However, my blood pressure just kept going up. So there was really nothing I could do about that. So it was like, yeah, we need to go ahead and have your baby before you pass away, basically, is like what they were trying to get me to understand. So yeah, so the 27 weeks, we wanted just to get her to 27 weeks so that her lung capacity could be a little bit better. And I got the little shots to make sure that her lungs developed nicely. So I just was able to put a little bit of time in between having her and, you know, what's that? Okay, we'll just do this one like this. So yeah, so anyways, I was 27 weeks. One morning a physician came in, not the C-section dude, but I think he was the guy that the obstetrics dude that was there that day. He was like, honestly, somebody should have called me about your blood pressure last night, because I think the highest I got was like the 160s. And he was like, if somebody would call me about this last night, you would have had an emergency C-section last night. So how about we plan it for today? I have some things that are a little bit more emergent. Lo and behold, when I was in nursing school, I ended up, let me see how much battery I have. I have like half. I ended up going to the same hospital to do my clinicals. It was so insane. So he was like, yeah, they should have called me about you last night. So let's go ahead and do this. Do you want a C-section, or like, do you want to try and have this baby? I don't think it would be a smart idea to try and have the baby naturally, just because you're going to be sitting in labor for probably a little while, and it's just really not safe. And I knew it wouldn't be safe. Like, sometimes I'm not gonna say I regret it, but I wish I maybe would have tried to do it natural, because I think she would have just fell right on out. Like, once they dilate you to 10, and the fact that she came out under 2 pounds, wait, yeah, she was, yeah, 1 pound, 15 ounces. So she came out under 2 pounds. I think she would have just slipped right on out. So I'm like, now I have a C-section, and I have the high vertical, or whatever they call it, like the traditional cut, where I can't give birth naturally anymore. It would probably, I'm not gonna say it would make me pass away, but it would be extremely dangerous. And I also learned that in nursing school. So it's like, imagine these ladies with these crazy things happening to them for pregnancy, and you just have no idea what it can turn into. Because I learned that in nursing school, that, you know, if I was to try and give birth naturally with that cesarean, with that uterus cut, yeah, my uterus would probably explode during contractions. Like, I'm so serious. So that means like C-section for life for me, which kind of sucks, because it's like, you know, if I ever wanted to have kids again, it would be that experience. Again, C-section, not as painful as my abscess removal under my armpit. Yeah, I don't think anything will beat that pain. That was horrible. So yeah, that was pretty much like my birthing experience that a lot of you did not get to hear, because that video is super old. So again, Honora was born 3 months early, so she's kind of on a 3-month delay. But she's doing really, really well. She's been doing well. She was basically just a baby that needed to grow. There was nothing congenitally wrong with her, which was really scary when they're like, give birth to this 2-pound baby. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So it was amazing that she came out with literally no issues. She just needed to grow. So let me see what I want to do here. So I was very thankful, because now that's covered. So yeah, I was very thankful for that. So yeah, basically she was in the NICU for 3 months. I went up to the NICU literally every day, and that was our life for 3 months. It was an excruciating process, but she came home healthy, and she's been doing great ever since. We did start with physical therapy, speech, occupational therapy from the very beginning when she first came home. Like, she had appointments basically 3 times a week, every week for the first couple of months that she got home. She had nephrology appointments, eye appointments, like just everything. Oh yeah, I was gonna put this right here. And it was crazy. So I low-key don't want to cover that like that, so we're just gonna throw this up here. So yeah, that was that. So that was kind of a hard time for me. I don't remember if I was cash stuffing while she was in the NICU. I think that I was though. But yeah, so that was a lot for me and for her obviously, but like just like mentally it was a lot. So again, I don't think I was cash stuffing, but once we recovered from that, I was like, okay, let me go to CNA school. Let me go make some money, try to get a new car. Y'all, I've been trying to get a new car for 2 years now. Literally, like it's been so long, but I just don't want to do anything stupid, you know, and just not have a good experience with that. Here, we'll put this like here. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of how most of this came about, and kind of why like I was delayed with nursing school and just kind of trying to enjoy life with my daughter and not really worry about too much, because you know we had just gone through like this crazy basically life event, like having a new baby, not only a new baby but you know a new baby that has to stay in the hospital for a long time. It was scary. But again, like I said, she made it home. She's great now. She's almost about to be 3 years old. And again, like I said, she's kind of on like a 3-month delay. I think they said up until she's like 3 or 4, when they're like, okay, she should be like where she needs to be by then. And so, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get this. I know, and I'm like, this video is already super long. I feel bad. Because I'm like, this little craft is taking me a little while, but so yeah, but that's kind of like the story of Honora and I from like the super early beginning. But yeah, so I was cash budgeting before I even had her, and then I went to school, and then okay, that's all right. That'll be like, I can kind of cut that out. But yeah, so I went to CNA school, finished up my first degree, which was in health science. I got accepted into nursing school shortly after that at the same school that I was already attending, which was amazing because it was one of the more inexpensive programs in the area. So I absolutely loved that. That took me about 1.5 years. I think I was cash stuffing in between that as well. I was cash stuffing where I could. I had gotten some debt, obviously, with like going to school, not being able to work as much, make as much money, but I knew I wanted to make more money than I was as a CNA. So we already knew like nursing school was gonna happen. I just needed money like in the meantime and wanted hospital experience. So I was like, I think that's gonna be the best route for me, and it was. So I was able to lean on that experience to secure a nurse internship in the ICU. Oh, okay, hold on. The ICU that I work at now, because so now that doesn't look like a heart, you know. Let's see. Okay, we can kind of cover the side, I guess. This is so cute. I don't know about y'all, but I think this is so darn cute. I kind of like this one, but I hate that it's like open like that. But maybe if I put it here, I can kind of cover it with something else. But yeah, so that's kind of just like all the things, as far as like, not completely all the things, but just like once I got into nursing school for that 1.5 years, that's pretty much where I was. I don't think I was cash stuffing much because I really couldn't work that much. I was trying to get straight A's, and I did that successfully. I graduated summa cum laude because I was like, I think I might want to go to grad school. Right now, I don't know. I'm like, I want to bask in the fact that I'm done with school for a moment and just chill. Just chill out. Because I kind of want the white to be covered, but then you can't really tell that this is a heart. So maybe it can go like this. You can do it like that. So yeah. So then I got out of nursing school and I had like $10,000 of debt. All right, so my camera had died. I had to go grab another one. Not my camera, my battery died, so I had to go grab another one. So anyways, back to the story. We're pretty much at the end, but so like I was saying, I got out of nursing school, and I think I said I was like 10K in debt. No, I was 20K in debt. You guys know that because that's when I started filming again, when I actually started, I think, working as a nurse extern, like close to the end of my degree. I think I might have started like a month or two before I graduated, or maybe just after. I don't think I remember. I might have waited. Just because I was like, I want to try and make as much money as I can so that I can get my debt paid down. Because like, again, I was like 20,000 in debt so far, right out of nursing, but that was consumer debt. That wasn't my student loans. My student loans were another 50 on top of that, because my ABSN was about 20 and my first health science was about 30. So I'm like, it wasn't that bad, because I know some people go to nursing school and they spend $100,000 of student loans. So, you know, I was like, okay, we can kind of make this work for now. So it kind of worked out. I think I'm done with this one. I think it turned out really, really cute, or like cute enough. It's collaged out. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do like clean it up a little bit with some extra pieces, but I don't know. I think it looks okay. I feel like there's a lot of white right there. And then we kind of cover up the pearl a little bit. What about this basket? Because I don't want to put anything upside down. It's kind of big. Let's see. We could throw this skinny one in here. And then, yeah, cover that a little bit. So yeah, and that's when I started my cash budgeting journey in 2025. So I think it was closer to the middle of this year though. And we've already been able to pay down the debt significantly. So I paid it down to about 10,000 is where I think we're sitting at right now, 10 or 12. So that's pretty good. Like I said, I was working as a nurse extern, so I was making a little bit more money than I was as a CNA. Yeah, just to kind of add some more stuff to this. I think maybe I need something here, but these are all pretty big left over. I think this one would be kind of cute just because it's kind of like a different vibe. Kind of covers our phone a little bit, and this, oh no, I think it might be okay. I think we're okay with this for now, at least. See, this one is like really, really collaged. Let me see if I want anything like up here. There's a star. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything out of our stickers that we can put that would like fit good and not be too overbearing in a spot. So yeah, I think we'll go with this, and we'll just save these for another time. Okay, so anyways, I think we went ahead and finished our first one. I think it looks pretty cute. Shout out to you guys who are still watching, bearing with me literally while I pour my heart out to you guys about my whole like life story for the past 2 years. So yeah, this looks really, really cute. I think this one's gonna be the front though. So let's go ahead and put it in the binder so we can see what she looks like. But yeah, so that's pretty much like how things have been going, and just like kind of more of an explanation on me and like why there's been gaps, kind of how I found myself in $20,000 of consumer debt. It was like a Nora's daycare most of my nursing school time, because she needed to be in school. Well, she needed to have somewhere to go while my mom was working from home, and I was at work and at school and stuff like that. My family helped me out as much as they could. Like I had some aunts that were living in the area, so they were able to watch her. And then eventually they kind of moved. So yeah, I think there's a plastic piece on here. Am I tripping, or I might be tripping? So with it fluted, you can't even, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. No, this is pretty cute. This is pretty cute, right? It's like, it's fluted now, so it's like glossed over. It's kind of cute like by itself, but let's go ahead and throw it in here and see what it looks like. Please remove the film before use. There's film on here. There's film on here somewhere. And I feel it. It feels weird. Oh, I see it. Am I tripping, or? I'm like, I don't want to mess something up that's supposed to be there, but I think there's a film. There it goes. So yeah, that's okay. So I think it's gonna be less, it's gonna be more opaque, not opaque, but more see-through. Okay, cute, 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 cute. So let's throw her in here and see what we look like. So yeah, but that's pretty much like majority of it. Like I said, you know, nursing school was a lot. It was full time, but I was able to walk out with pretty much all A's. I was so upset. My one lowest grade was pediatrics, and I got a B plus. I was like 0.5, or like, yeah, I was 0.5 away from an A, but they don't round up in nursing school. So I had like an 89.53. And y'all know why I remember that, because I was so mad when I saw that B in the transcripts. But I think it goes this way. I think that's kind of fire. Okay. All right, so this is what she looks like. She's got a collage under her. We have a little fluted moment with our little adorable dashboard. I think this is so stinking cute. It's this little piece right here. I might have to cut this so it doesn't stick as much on here. And then we go to our actual envelopes. So yes, that is what she looks like. So I feel like this binder is pretty much good and complete. I really think it turned out cute. So yeah, this is that binder here. So yeah, this is her. I don't know, I think that looks pretty cute for me doing a DIY and me not being a creative girly usually. I think it looks pretty nice. All right, let's move on to the next one. And we can kind of get into like life now and where we're going and like what things are going to be looking like in these next couple of months. But yeah, that's pretty much the background. Like I said, nursing school, I had A's, A minuses, except for that one B plus. And yeah, that is what it is. I was super proud of myself. Like I said, I was pretty much sure that I was going to go to, what was it? Like a grad school, and I might still do that, but right now I'm so like money focused where I'm like, I don't want to get into any more debt, especially with like just things going on with the economy and just all of that stuff. I'm like, I don't know how quick they're gonna come for me over these student loans already. So if I go and get in more student loans, like I don't need that right now. So I'm like, we just gonna keep it cute with my little 50 something, see what we're gonna do with that, get her paid down if it makes the most sense for me money wise versus like saving it. I'm not sure yet. And just go from there and worry about living life and making sure my daughter's good and all of that stuff, worried about, rather than like going back to school and just like this, right? Just take a moment, enjoy life. So that's kind of how I'm going about things right now. So anyways, I think that turned out really cute. I am gonna go ahead and try and do this pink one, I'm gonna try and be a little bit faster because that took me forever. And I'm just kind of reminiscing a little bit, was getting a little bit emotional. I was like, whoa, hold on. I'm not gonna do that to y'all though. So I'm gonna try and do this pink one. And let's kind of talk about like where we're going, what things are looking like looking like right now. And yeah, and hopefully get this one done. And I think it's gonna be really cute up here. Like, I don't know, this is really coming together, y'all. I think it's cute, girl. So yes, moving forward onto where we are now. Like I said, I finished nursing school. Oh, hold on now, because I don't need this to try and mess up my sticker. This is a cute sticker too. Okay, there we go. So let's move these around. Let's see all the things that we have. These have like a lot of colors to them, but we're not doing all of that. Just want some cutesy ones, some cutesy girly ones. Let's move these around. This pack has a lot of stickers in it. Oh, okay, that's so cute. Hold on. Okay, yeah, some of these are fire. Hold on. Oh, hold up. Okay, so we have this. Oh, we got this little ace card. Oh, these are really cute, and they're kind of like holographic. I think y'all can see that. It's like, this one's more matted, but these are like shiny. Okay, so we got this oddball yellow. That's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen right now. Kind of pick my favorites. I don't need green right now. This one, oh, the dogs, the puppies, super cute. Oh, is that red? Yeah, we don't need this. I'm not really a drinker, so. Don't have a retriever. Put that over there for now. Strawberry, this is like super red. Don't really care for that one. The cats are cute. The cats are cute. We'll leave the cats. Let's get this ace card. Do a bow. Just kind of picking out my favorites so I can make sure I get them on here somewhere. Got a bouquet. What does it say? Teacup. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. This one's kind of like a brighter vibe. This one's a browner vibe. Okay, I think the rest of these are kind of some good options. I like the carousel. Nope. Okay, so all these can go. All right, so we will make do with these, and if I need some more, then we will throw them. Actually, I could probably put some of these other ones on the back, the ones that I don't really care for as much, just to have like a base collage moment. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That would be kind of a good idea to do it like that. Okay, so anyways, Paula today. So currently 24. I just finished my orientation. Yeah, I was about to say residency, but I'm like, I'm not done with residency. So I just finished my orientation at the trauma ICU that I work at right now. So I am a ICU nurse at a level 2 trauma hospital. We do have the capacity to take trauma ones, but there's like legal reasons why we can't call ourselves a level 1, so that's fine. Oh, this is cute bear. All right, so yes, That is where I work. My orientation was about 16 weeks. It went well. There was some like skerfuffles in between that. Like people were talking crap about me behind my back. People that I thought like I was cool with. So yeah, that happened. I mean, I would say not that we're cool now, but we're like, it's not awkward and freaking weird. Just people are people, lots of personalities, and that's just kind of how it was. But we persevered through that moment, and you know, we're still in it and we're still doing our thing. So like I said, that is where I work. We take all types of patients. We just do not take burns. I feel like it's been a good experience so far, except for like that little moment where we, like, I don't know, like I said, there's some people that are not super nice, people that always have attitudes. It's just, I would say it's not the best work environment, but again, we make do because that is the opportunity that I have. I was happy to work in the ICU and get some experience because I thought I was gonna like do 2 years in the ICU and then go straight to grad school. I don't know if that's exactly the plan for me right now. Like I said, I don't want to go into way more debt when like I said, I think I like being a nurse, but I'm just not a worker bee. Like if I could choose to not go to work, I wouldn't go to work. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I go get more degrees if I barely want to be at work as it is? You know what I mean? I don't know, that's just kind of how I am thinking about it right now. Just like, do I really want to spend the money just to not want to go to work when I can make really, really good money as a nurse, period? We'll put these lips at the back. So yeah, so like I said, we had some hiccups, but everything's good now. I've even been complimented by 2 doctors so far, which is honestly great. And it really like helped me mentally because it's like, yeah, y'all might be talking crap about me, but I'm doing my job and I'm doing my job very, very well, especially for a new grad. I feel like a lot of people ask me like, are you like, yeah, you're new to us, but like, have you been a nurse before? Like I get that. I'm not gonna say often, but I've gotten it a few times now. And I'm like, okay, I love that you feel like I'm an experienced nurse. That's fire. I don't let that get to my head and just act willy-nilly. But I do find that a great compliment, even though people don't realize that they're giving me a compliment, right? But yeah, so I think that's pretty great. The one doctor, he came out of nowhere as I was giving a report. He was like, Paula, like, I'm very straightforward, and I would tell you if you were not good, but you are a really good nurse. Like you take care of your patients, you do your job. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was so sweet of him to literally come out of nowhere and say that. And not that I needed it at the time, feeling like, because it came after like me and the people that were talking crap about me were like, we're back cool now, which is insane because they are literally charge nurses. Like they are charge nurses on night shift where I work now. So I'm like, I don't really have time to be in bad graces with the people that know the most on the unit. It didn't feel safe to me. I mean, I voiced my concerns, but they still made me go to night shift anyways. So that's why I was like, yeah, I don't really think it's the best working environment. They're not really like accommodating, and I don't know. It's just like, it was kind of giving like, you know how they say like older nurses like eat their young, and these are not even old ladies, but I don't know. I feel like my floor, a lot of people like to talk crap about people, and that's what I learned the most because I love talking, okay? Not necessarily about people, but I just like talking and doing all that. So I definitely learned here, like, don't do that. Like I see that happening all the time, and I know that I don't like being on the other side of that. So I'm just never gonna do that shit again. Okay, I'm just like, we're gonna work on uplifting and making sure people feel comfortable around me at all times, not being complete a-holes to the point where we can't even partake in teamwork. Like these people were going around telling everybody that would listen, that I was mean, that I was this, that I was that. She was a horrible nurse extern when she was like, it was just a whole mess. And then I had a mess with my preceptor. Like, it was just a hot mess. But now that I'm on my own, I feel like people have, I hate to call it respect, but I would say a little bit more respect for me as a new grad nurse. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I've gotten several like higher up type compliments that not everybody gets. So I feel like I'm probably one of the better nurse extern, not nurse externs, new grad nurses on the floor, right? So that's just what it is. And I love that for myself. I'm very type A. Y'all see me struggling with this. I'm very type A, and I just want to do my job well. I don't want to be a lazy nurse. I see lazy nurses on my floor all the time. And, you know, I have that firsthand experience. Like, if there was lazy nurses where I was hospitalized or where my daughter was hospitalized, like, I wouldn't be happy. Like, if my family members were not being taken care of, I would not be happy about that, you know? So that's why I just try to make sure that I do what I can for my patients and leave it at that, you know what I mean? And so I think that's why people are starting to realize, like, oh wow, like Paula's like, she don't play about hers, okay? Like, I've even had my patients just like, a lot of, you know, we're in the ICU, so a lot of them are not like saying stuff to me, but just like how they turn out after I've worked with them, it's a great feeling. So that's just kind of where I'm at with that nurse wise. So I'm very excited, and you guys know that I'm moving. So with that being said, we're moving states, not even just like a small move. So I was happy to kind of just come to that conclusion. Like, I think it's going to be best for me and my family to move. My brother got a job somewhere else, and he was like, you know what, like, Paula, I don't want you struggling. Like, let's kind of do this together. Let's kind of break these generational, you know, things together. Let's, you know, I want to help you, mom, all that good stuff. So just come up here with me. He has a great job, so we're all just going to do the family thing in the same household, split money, it's like split bills and stuff like that, and just live life and not worry so much about always having to do stuff on your own or just being in debt. And I'm not gonna say poverty, but just not having enough. Okay. basically that, not having enough, just always being behind the 8 ball, you know? So I was like, I'm not gonna say no to that. I was saying no to it at first because I was like, I really want, you know, to do my 2 years here. I want to get the experience so that I can leverage my experience, make more money, blah 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 blah. But you know, God has other plans, and it's just the best decision for me and my family right now to leave. And even though work is fine now, and I'm, like I said, I feel like people understand me more, and I feel like I was maybe just like misunderstood and, you know, whatever else. But now people are like, okay, like, you know, they kind of get it now. So it is what it is. But it's time for us to go. Like, I'm not gonna overstay my welcome to the point where it gets to a place where I'm miserable. Like, y'all know, I don't think y'all know because I don't think I was cash stuffing, but now that I'm off orientation, I've been picking up some extra shifts. Like, the admin that came to me over the people talking crap about me, like, I don't know, I feel like they were being weird vibes. I'm not gonna say that she was supportive or tried to figure out my side of the story or anything like that, because that was not the case. But when I start picking up extra shifts and I come and help out on days, when I already wanted to be on days just to kind of get away from some of these people, it was a no. But now you are paying me overtime to come help y'all out on days, and now it's, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming, thank you, you know, this, that, and the third, and we appreciate, and you know what I mean, just kind of like some fake stuff. And I'm like, even though I feel better, I'm like, it's still good that I'm getting out of here, because that's just, long term, we don't need it. But again, I feel like it has made me realize, like, when I go somewhere else, that I don't want anybody to feel like how I felt. And even preceptor wise, like, you know, when you do enough time, you become a preceptor, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make sure that the person that I'm precepting, I want admin to know, like, she's doing a good job. She's on top of her stuff. Because, you know, I had a preceptor that was like, no, Paula's really not on top of it. Like, I have to, you know, and it just, that wasn't true. And so they put me with a different preceptor, and she was like, no, Paula's amazing. Like, she's doing a great job. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. You know what I mean? So it's just like that type of drama. And when my preceptor that I got after that lady, and she was like, no, Paula, you've done a great job. And I've told charges that, and that has gotten back to like admin and stuff like that. Like, I want to make sure that I do that for somebody else, not just have them out here like on a freaking iceberg by themselves type vibe. And then have them feel uncomfortable, and like, we're not gonna do that. That's just ridiculous. But you do kind of understand, like, okay, nurses, they bully sometimes, and it's not always the best environment. So I'm just going to be a proponent of making it as amazing of an environment as I possibly can. So moving forward from that, like I said, we're moving. I went ahead and I got a job. I'm not going to say like what specialty I'm in right now. I don't think I've told you guys yet, but I don't want to tell you guys now, just because, not that I want to jinx anything, because I already got an offer and I accepted the offer, and I'm so freaking excited to work there. I think it's going to make me a better nurse. I think it's going to make me a better human being in general, and I think I'm just going to have a much better experience at this place. Guess down below what specialty you think I'm going to be switching to, or continuing, or whatever. What do you think it's going to be? I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys have made it this far in the video, that would be fire. Let me know what you guys think I'm going to be doing when we move, nurse-wise. Still going to be a bedside nurse, but guess the specialty. So yeah, so like I said, I already did an interview, and I feel like it's the best option for me. Like, I think it just fits me so well, and just what I kind of, I'm not gonna say stand for, but what I just what I need in my life. I feel like it's what I need, and I didn't think that was going to be the case. I didn't think that I was going to work in a place like that, is all I will say. But I'm excited to do it, and I literally cannot wait to go through orientation and do all of those things. So again, that's why I'm like, you know, I feel like at my current hospital right now, I'm kind of like, everything's okay because I'm moving. You know what I mean? Like, if I wasn't moving, I'd probably have more issue. But I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, like we were talking about earlier, and like, that's happening regardless. So that's kind of why I think I'm putting up with things. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, as fast as I can, just so that I can be an asset to wherever I go. And that's kind of the main thing for me. That's kind of why I've been picking up, to kind of be helpful, and then to also just learn as much as I can. The more you go to work, the more you learn. Like, that's just an inevitable thing. So I'm like, I just love the idea of being able to learn. Being able to learn so much. So yeah, I'm loving that for myself. So yeah, this one's turning out okay. I don't know, I don't think my placement's as good, but okay, need to cut this, I think, maybe. That's fine, it can stay like that. But yeah, she's coming together. She looks cutesy. She looks cutesy. I will give her that. What else do we want? What else do I have that's my favorite? Do I want to put this up here? That's kind of like, yeah, we can. I think that'll be cute. But yes, so that's kind of where we are now. We will be moving early next year. Again, not going to give too many details about that. I don't know who's watching. You know what I mean? So I don't need anybody from my job acting a fool. Okay. Okay, we'll do it here. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are right now. Like I said, I'm in a car that is paid for. I think I'm gonna have to get something soon when we move, though, just because of the situation and just you know, things. But I want something over here because this is not gonna fly right here. This is just not gonna. Should I do the cats? No, I should do the bear. Oh, so cute. But yes, so that's just like where we are. Like I said, I got a job. I've accepted the offer. I will say it's more money than I get paid right now, even though I'm still considered a new grad. So I love that for me. And when we move, I think I told you guys last week, how do I do it, like, yeah, something like, hold on. Okay. I think I told you guys last week that we had a couple of options of where we were gonna move, and my mom wanted us to move with my brother so bad, just that like area, she likes it better, that she was like, I will watch Honora, so I won't have to pay for daycare anymore, which I'm super excited about, especially getting paid more. I don't think that I'd be eligible for any of the programs. I think I'm still gonna check and see and just make sure, but I don't think I'm gonna be eligible for anything. This is super cute. You guys see that? Super duper cute. I am loving this. Like, we are in our creative girl bag. I'm loving that. Okay, let's get this back done so that we can conclude this process, because it's been a long one. Thank you for sitting here and listening and hanging out with me. And again, if you guys have made it to this part of the video, let me know down below what's your guess on my specialty that I'm going to be transitioning to. And also, I want to know you guys' stories as well. Let me know what is up, girl. But yeah, so I feel like that's the main thing for me. Obviously, when we get up there, I'm gonna be required of more like big girl bills and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to get prepared, because I was like, girl, let's get prepared in this new year. Let's already have our mind right for the situation, because I already know. Okay, this is cute. Yeah, I'm like, we already know what's up. But yeah, I was like, we need to, hold on, let me make sure I don't want to put anything else on the front, because there's some, this dog one's pretty cute. Completely covering that dessert though, and kind of this as well. So I don't want to put it here, then we're kind of covering the lips. I'm gonna put it here. Because we have a lot of dessert here. I think we could put it right here. I'm like, the dogs is just, it's too cute. But yes, so I feel like I've repeated myself a lot too. Y'all know me, especially when I'm improving, like I don't have a real idea of what I'm going to talk about too much. I just wanted to kind of come on here and chat with you guys. Where did I say I was putting this? I think like around here with all this food. Don't want to cover my ice cream up too much, or my strawberries. And our ace card is still there. Something like, all right, let me see. I think like here. You can kind of see the stuff behind it a little bit. All right, yeah, I wanted the dogs on the front. But yes, so I'm excited for what life brings. I want to be able to enjoy life more. That's why I'm like also doing some overtime now, because the opportunity is there. We're understaffed, the turnover's high. Like, you already know what I'm dealing with if, you know, the turnover's high and there's opportunities for everybody to do overtime. Honestly, almost as much overtime as you want to do, for real. Let's just put this up here and cover some of this stuff. No. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are in life right now. I'm excited for our move. Like I said, it's early next year. I think I'm gonna kind of put like a month in between me resigning and me doing my next orientation, just so I can, you know, chill and relax and enjoy the new area that we're moving to, explore, and just all of the above when it comes to that. You can do these are cute. So I'm excited. I'm very much so excited. I really want to explore and enjoy life and not worry about money so much all the time now. I have a literal budgeting channel, but just so I can get my mind right so that I can focus on other things that I care about, want to try. Like, we don't travel much as a family. I want to be able to do more things instead of worrying about, oh, rent costs this much, daycare costs this much. You know, my debt is looming over my head, just all of that stuff. Just don't need it. Don't need it at all. I am like, I hope I've been in frame this whole time. My camera's getting hot, so this is probably gonna cut off soon. But if it does, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially sitting here listening to me chat while we do literally arts and crafts. Just having a good time. But yes, like I said, down below, let me know like what you guys's goals are, what you're, you know, looking forward to doing in life, and how's it going, and what's up with all that. I literally cannot wait to hear. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let my camera literally cut off whenever it cuts off, and this is just how I'm gonna finish the rest of this. And hang out with the girlies that are still here. But yes, again, thank you guys so much for watching and being here. And no matter if you are a newer subby, an older subby, like, I'm just grateful in general to have built the community that we've built here. And I just can't wait for us, like myself included, to just be in a really amazing financial space. The cat's got RBFs for real. I kind of like it. The bike is not biking no more. Okay, girl. Yeah, so we'll leave that like that. But yes, so I'm excited for this new season of life and getting my money right, making sure we are looking how we need to look to buy a car, to save up for a house, whatever I come up with that I want to do in life, I want to be able to go and do it. So I'm excited for that. I'm glad that I was able to get over the stuff that's been going on at work. That's another reason why I like stopped cash budgeting for a moment, because I was like, girl, like, these people are doing me in mentally. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. I don't like it. I don't like being here. It's time for me to go. And you know what they say, like, God is not going to keep you anywhere that you're not supposed to be. Like, he's going to make it uncomfortable. And girl, I'm uncomfortable. And even though I'm cool with people now, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm comfortable again, and then something bad happens to remind me. I'm like, God, me and you are on the same page. We don't even need to go there. Just keep my time that I'm still here peaceful, chill. I got it. It's understood. We leaving, okay? We leaving on to bigger and better things. Like I said, my paycheck is going to be looking how I want it to look at this new place. And I'm going to be paying less in bills. Like, y'all don't understand how, like, needed this moment is in my life, okay? I'll just throw this up here. I'm so excited to take control of my finances and really be on my P's and my Q's about stuff. Don't want to put this drink here. Not really a drinks girly, but it's kind of cute. put the drinks and we'll do the bear and then the little puffer ball. There's some other cute ones here though. We'll load it up a bit. Butterfly covered. Covered on accident. But yeah, so just gonna do this exactly how I did the last one. Put the fluted thing over her and call it a day. This one is really cute. It's really eclectic and kind of like not exactly the same like chill clean girl vibe that I was talking about, but this is kind of like a Nora and I's like happy binder, like things that we are going to be getting into. So I don't really care that much if it looks just like super edgy, really is what it's given. But yeah, hopefully I'm able to finish this binder before the camera cuts off. But yeah, I think this is what gonna be like freaking 2-hour video. Let's see who sits through this. I appreciate you if you do. No worries if you don't, girl. We're just having fun. Like, we're just chilling. But yes, let me know if you get to the end of the video. If y'all like are doing laundry, what are you doing? What are y'all up to? But yeah, we just kind of throwing stuff places. I think it's cute. I don't want to cover this too much. It's fine. Okay, I think those are like all the ones that I want to put on here. I think it's super cute. Let's go ahead and get it in here and see what we are looking like. All right, so let's move these. Okay. Just super adorable, super cute. Super cute. Like, what are we talking about? Close up, please. Which side do you like better on both of the ones that we just created? This one has a, like a, because these are shiny, it has like a more like texture where you can just like wipe stuff off. The other one is super matte. Like, I cannot mess that one up. These cats are getting me. Like the RBFs, I'm loving it. Like, so adorable. Okay, let's get this film off of here. Let me get this pen. Oh. But yeah, where we're gonna be moving, there's like markets and just so many fun things. I'm hoping we get some amenities as well. I'm gonna have Nora in a whole bunch of sports so that she's able to stay around kids, make sure that immune system is still good. No days off when school starts for her, when legit school starts for her, kindergarten, girl. You will not be out because you sick. We're not doing that. Oh, this is too cute, y'all. This is too cute. Wow, look at us. So this is what she looks like, obviously with it being like kind of opaque, like you can't really see it too much, but I think it looks really cute. Like, this is our dashboard. Like, we finally got a dashboard, y'all. I've never had a dashboard. That's why I was like, nah, this one, we about to do big things. Okay, this year, girl, in this new year, we're about to be doing some big things. Let's make this super, super cute so that we are motivated to work this budget, okay? Not let this money work us. We work in this money, okay? So yes, that is super cute. I'm loving that. These little charms, it's not gonna wanna stick. Yeah, this is what she looks like. Super adorable. This is us. I'm loving this. Super duper duper cute. We have some stickers left. But yeah, I'm just gonna put these probably all together. Let Honora play with them, I don't know. I don't need the rest of them. Oh, this little fish is cute though. Should have used it. I didn't even think about it. This little fish is adorable. But anyways, y'all, yes. Like I said, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, absolutely leave me a comment down below, girl. I don't even care what it is. I actually probably should just like ask y'all questions so you have some sort of a prompt. But I did. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, what you guys are planning for this year. Big amazing things, a vacation. I'm trying to figure out some vacation days. My new job talking about you need to be very flexible for these first 6 months, babe. No vacations. I'm like, dang, that's why I'm gonna take a month off, because I would have worked 8 months at the ICU that I'm in right now. A girl needs some time off, period. Okay, so anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for sitting here and chatting with me and hanging out. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You know, I love you guys down. Don't even get it twisted, okay? But yes, that is it for us today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.